All right, and off we go. Quick little commute to work. Hopefully my phone will set nice and still up here. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. I hadn't really checked the weather for the weekend because it is Ford Takeover weekend. That's right, Ford Takeover. Man, if you haven't ever been to Ford Takeover, man, it's some of the most beautiful Mustangs and Fords and stuff that you'll see. I like some of the old pickups, man. But anyway, that's what's going on this weekend. I'm headed to work just as soon as I can get off work, sneak out of work, get away from work. I'm planning on coming home, grabbing my camera gear, and driving to Jackson, Tennessee to Ford Takeover. It's Thursday. Tonight is they call it the pre-meet and greet, but a lot of people just get into town on Thursday night because the cruise is Friday morning, and they cruise to the horsepower factory. That's where the dyno shootout is at. They do like a 5-car, I think, dyno shootout at the horsepower factory. Nick Strong leads the cruise. I think the cruise starts at like 9 o'clock on Friday morning, and everybody cruises nice country roads around Jackson. I wished I could go take part in all that, but the poor old Black Widow is just not quite ready to cruise. We still got some things to do. Got a lot of things to do, actually, but it'll get there. It'll get there. It's a process. But that's what's going on today. Just another day of work, a little bit of traveling. Jackson's only about an hour away for me from where I'm at. So I just want to get on here on live and see if anybody else is planning on going to Ford Takeover. Jump in, say hello. Let me know if you're going. If you are going, let me know what you're driving. That way I might can find you there. We're going to be there this evening, doing a little bit of filming, checking out the cars, trying to talk to some folks as they come in. So it's going to be a fun weekend. Fun weekend filled up with Ford Mustangs and Ford pickup trucks and old Broncos and just all kinds of cool. It is Ford Takeover. Ford takes over Jackson, Tennessee. Man, you got to appreciate having Caleb Richards so close with Foxcast Media. Echo Edits, what's up, man? We talk about Ford Takeover. You going to Ford Takeover? But I was saying, Caleb, man, with Foxcast Media and him putting on this event, and then Brutal Vlogs comes in, Neo Mustangs comes in, and then all kinds of other YouTubers, Fox Chamber, Built versus Bought. Man, you're not gonna make it. Man, I'm going. I'm just not going with my Mustang. But maybe next year. We'll definitely keep you in our thoughts while we're checking out all these cool cars tonight. But it's fun. Tonight, I forgot where it's at. It's at a little kind of restaurant there outside of Jackson. But, everybody meets up, and it's basically a car show in the parking lot. I mean, all the cars that come out, just crazy Mustangs. I'm always amazed at folks that, shave the engine bay and they get it, they weld in every little hole and crack and turn that thing into this beautiful smooth surface, and this engine's just sitting there in the middle of it, and they've covered all the wires. They made cowlings and covered. I mean, it's just amazing. The Black Widow is probably not ever going to be that kind of car, but man, some people got too much money or too much time. I know for me, it's every little bit of extra I can work and scrape together a few bucks to throw at my little project car. That's how fast the work gets done, literally. Uh, I've been lucky, and I've managed to have a few really good companies to kind of sponsor me on a couple of parts of it. You know, big shout out to Edelbrock, because we got that Performer RPM intake. Man, that thing's nice. Thing's real nice. And then Pro M Racing. You got to give a big shout out to Pro M Racing for making the awesome mass air meters. That's what we got on our ride now, is a Pro M Racing. And then Hanlon Motorsports didn't sponsor any of our videos or anything, but man, Andrew Hanlon, that dude, he sure has helped us out with our transmission, because transmission, it's like a magical box to me. That's my next video coming up. Little spoiler alert there. We rebuilt our T5 transmission, so that's what I'm working on editing right now. But Andrew Hanlon was crucial in that, because like I say, a transmission is just a magical box to me, full of, you know, cogs and springs and gears, and, you know, it's just a lot of little moving pieces in there. And it's intimidating as heck to open up and look at. But nonetheless, you know, I talked to Andrew Hanlon, bought a rebuild kit for the T5, and man, I pulled it off. He sent me a DVD of Papa Bob rebuilding a T5, and it was step by step. And man, I'm smart enough to follow instructions, and just breaking it down step by step made it feel easy. So I say in the video, you know, I'm not here to show you how to do it. I'm just here to let you know that if a 9-finger hillbilly can do it, then you can too. And that's the truth, man. I'm not a car guy. I just bought a car, and then I started working on it, and then learning how to fix everything. So in this day and age, with YouTube and forums and, you know, going to Cars and Coffee and talking to folks, you can figure out how to do it. Anybody can. You know, you may feel intimidated working on stuff, but I firmly believe that anybody, if you've got access to the tools, now there are specialized tools, you know, but that's where Harbor Freight comes in. They haven't sponsored us yet, but they should. Have stuff in my garages from Harbor Freight. But anyway, anybody else going to Ford Takeover? I see we got a few folks in here. Brenda Davis. Yeah, I'm definitely a noob. I am totally a noob. That's kind of how I sell myself on my channel, as a noob. You know, you get stuff and you learn how to do it. So eventually you're not a noob. But anybody else going to Ford Takeover? Jackson, Tennessee. Like I was saying earlier, tonight is the meet and greet. And, you know, it's basically just everybody meets up at this little restaurant, bar and grill kind of thing. And it's a car show in the parking lot, and everybody's hanging out. You know, everybody's probably a lot of folks getting into town tonight. So it's just kind of a little impromptu Mustang car show with a lot of cool people. A lot of other YouTubers and stuff are there, so it's fun to meet them. I've met a bunch of folks, and always amazing cars. I love seeing the cars, and now that I'm working on one, it helps me to kind of get ideas for mine, or you know, learn things that are puzzling me. It's always good to go check out other people's stuff and see how they did things. Oh, making my way through Germantown, Tennessee right now. Headed to work. Is anybody else headed to work? I'm hoping to one day be independently wealthy. And I'll live out in the outside of town somewhere. I'm gonna have my garage mahal, barn dominium, and I'll just get up in the mornings and go out to the shop Hey, dreams can happen, right? I don't know when that's going to happen, but maybe someday. I think I've got that work till I die retirement plan is the one I'm on. I'm trying to see if the comments are scrolling here. I see Brenda Davis. But I've never been able to go to Saturday at Ford Takeover, so I'm excited this year. I don't have anything going on, and I'm going to be able to go back to Jackson on Saturday. I'm going to go back on Friday night as well because there's another meet and greet kind of car show on Friday night, and it's even more people than Thursday. And then Saturday is at the Jackson Dragway, and it's a whole day of drag racing. They got the stick shift shootout. He posted the trophies last night. Picture of the trophies. They're super cool. Look like Stifler's made the trophies, I think, but they looked awesome. And going to be a big car show at the Jackson Dragway on Saturday, and man, it's just going to be a whole day of it. I'm going to be burnt up and worn out as I should be at the end of that day. But looking forward to it. I'm probably going to maybe just do some live streaming tonight, and then I may do some live streaming tomorrow night. And then Saturday, I think I'm just going to take all my camera gear and film and make a video out of it. I think there's going to be so much going on Saturday. I want to try to capture all of it and share it as best I can. And past that, I got to get my transmission video finished. Get it out. The Black Widow. So, man, I see we got a few folks in here. Is anybody else going to Ford Takeover? If you are, look for me. I'll have my 9-finger wrenching t-shirt on. Big ugly guy with a beard. A camera probably. Checking out your car. I'm looking forward to it. Well, I am getting real close to work, so I'm probably going to be jumping off here pretty soon. But anyway, I just kind of thought I'd jump on this morning and see if anybody else was going to be at Ford Takeover. We're excited about it. Ford Takeover 2025. So anyway, I'm going to jump off here. Good talking to y'all. Hope to see you at Ford Takeover. We'll catch you later. Peace.